How is it going, man? Guys, welcome to Crypto Wednesdays. Like I announced this, I guess it's been right around like a week ago. Said work's dragging. What is up, man? So, I announced this right at like a week ago that we would start 2 different streams here. We're doing 2 streams a week. One is called Crypto Wednesdays. The other is called Phone Farming Fridays. So, it's Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Alright, so I've been following the news that's centering around Bitcoin lately. It's like I kind of slid off and I started focusing on my phone farm and my earnings with all of my smartphones. And right around like a week ago, I started looking at my channel and I looked at all the different websites that we've talked about, all the different applications that we've talked about. And then I looked over at my logo that's, the Ecashsociety logo that's got the Bitcoin stamp right there on the logo. So it's like, I'm not really doing enough that centers around cryptocurrencies. So I decided to alleviate that issue with a few different methods. One is to do a cryptocurrency-based stream where we talk about the news that's currently surrounding Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, speculation for the future of Bitcoin. I answer questions about my mining setup, and if anybody is interested in setting up, a mining setup for themselves, I can answer some questions there about what that's like. And, we could talk about the future of graphics cards. We could talk about the ant miners and the future of the ASIC miners, because there's so many more than just the ant miners. I think everybody, it's the most widely known one is the ant miner, but anything from Bitmain. But yeah, guys, there's quite a few topics that we could cover here. I know a lot of people will probably have questions about applications. I don't mind to sit here and answer questions about apps as well along the way. I thought, like, what is Wednesday? Wednesday is called Hump Day, right? So this is Hump Day. If we can get over the hump, we're at the top of the hill here. The bear market won't end. There we go. We got some input here. So, you think this is, the bear market has to end at some point. Do you day trade at all? And if not, would you consider it? I am looking into the possibility of day trading. There's a couple of investments I'm considering making here lately. One, I have all of these different Amazon gift cards, and they just stack. Back to back to back. I'm constantly stacking these Amazon gift cards. So I thought about it for a second. I was like, well, I could buy a bunch of electronics and a bunch of junk on Amazon, or I could try and find something I could invest into on Amazon. So I think the smartest of people that are doing any sort of online business are always looking for their next investment. So I'm considering taking my Amazon gift cards and investing into something like silver or some sort of gold that's on Amazon. I could purchase, like a diamond necklace, golden diamond necklace or something like that, and add these gift cards up enough to where I'd make some money out of that scenario and have something for the future that if I passed it down to my son here, he would have some money out of that scenario. As far as day trading, yes, I'm currently over at Poloniex. So once, when we have this kind of turnover here, if Bitcoin is to go to this $20,000 to $25,000 to $30,000 value here pretty soon, one, I am investing around October. I'm probably going to invest a few $1,000s into Bitcoin. Right around that time is whenever I would consider kind of spreading out those assets to different altcoins. So, but I mean, this all is dependent upon whenever the price of Bitcoin is to skyrocket back upwards. That's what I need to see before it's like I want to invest at the right moment, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to make another investment just to see us go for another plunge down to like the $3,000 area, the $2,000 area. I want to invest at the right time. So, mine coins and don't look at the price until December. Yes. Hard for hard 10, that is exactly what I'm doing. Anything that I'm mining right now, I'm currently saving all of my profits because I don't want to cash out right now at this low point. I was forced into the area to where I had to sell some Bitcoin, and now I'm at this point to where, I'm at this point now to where I can just go ahead and leave it there. Anything that I mine is currently accumulating. Get rid of those Amazon gift cards, sell them for Bitcoin. To be honest, Bitcoin is going to the moon. I thought about that too. I could take that cut and sell my Amazon gift cards for something like 75% of what their value is. Sell them at 75%, which is, I feel like that's fair. A lot of people want to try and push towards 80%. I think anything below 75% is selling yourself short when selling those Amazon gift cards because people can get a lot of use out of those Amazon gift cards. It's just one of those 50-50 scenarios. If you're trying to invest in phones, Amazon isn't really good for that right now. But there's always something that you need on Amazon, and I've thought about that too. Like I might need, who doesn't need household necessities? So I struggle to trust we will survive to the point where we can actually use our Bitcoins in the future. The dollar will collapse. Yeah. Oh man, if the dollar collapsed, I'd probably be one of these people that would not know how to react. I'd be happy that I, excuse me, I'd be happy that I went ahead and invested into this cryptocurrency scenario. I really do feel like this is going to be an integral part of our future. As far as Bitcoin goes, I really believe that. In the future, we're going to see Bitcoin skyrocket in price. It's one or the other. I mean, there's no in between here. This is so much like the stock market. So many different things could happen. But if you look at the stocks that you could have invested in so many years ago, where would you be at right now if you had invested into Amazon stocks? Just saying, around the time that eBay was really getting very popular, how much money would you have from investing into eBay? How much money would you have from investing into Microsoft towards the very beginning, or Apple? So that is exactly how I look at this scenario. I do want to spread a certain portion of money across some of these altcoins, and I feel like that's what it's headed towards. That's what I ultimately believe here. We're going to see these altcoins are going to be adopted by different companies. And it's happening currently. Different altcoins are being adopted. There was talks a while back about Monero, I believe, was being adopted by, was it Western Union? I believe it was either MoneyGram or Western Union was talking about adopting Monero. So there's all of these different scenarios that could happen. These major companies could decide to adopt different altcoins. There's so much of this stuff. There's so much news surrounding cryptocurrencies right now that I'm sure that I only have a portion of the information that's currently going on right now. But I try to follow it as closely as I possibly can with everything that I'm doing. I still try to follow this information as much as I possibly can. I do try to focus mainly on what the news is saying about our price. Will the price be going up? Will it be going down? There was some news that was surrounding Tether and it being backed possibly by nothing, but then it turns out it was investigated and it turned out that Tether is actually backed by the equivalency of its value. So that was a good thing that happened here with cryptocurrencies recently, or at least in the cryptocurrency space. And if you look at that scenario, that just happened, this positive thing that happened, and usually whenever you hear something positive surrounding cryptocurrencies, these altcoins and Bitcoin goes up. It goes up. So we have yet to see like a major increase from hearing this positive news is what I'm getting at. Struggle to trust, we got that one. If you want to learn to trade, get $2,000 and join a trading education. That is like something to really think about as well. Yeah, I would not want to invest. I know that. Maybe you would get a lot from one of those scenarios of, joining some classes that talk about trading. I feel like the internet is an abundancy of knowledge. If it helps to have a teacher, don't get me wrong, but I feel like I could work my way into day trading just as easily online And guys, I've been following this channel on YouTube. It's called Whale Pool. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Whale Pool. It's a group of day traders, and they do a 24-hour, all day long live stream of the price of Bitcoin and their trading adventures that they're currently having. So, how much do you make off your miners currently, and do you recommend investing in one? Also, what is the price? Sour, that's a very, very good question. Currently, I have 2 Titan XPs, a GTX 1080 Ti, and 2 GTX 1060s. I am eventually going to possibly invest in maybe a few more cards. Like, I'm torn between a couple of different things. I could invest into more cloud mining. That's one thing that I could look into. But in that scenario, I'm only going to, like, I'll get my money back out of that scenario, but I'm not going to have anything to show for it. And that's where mining comes into play, and you're able to actually get a free product. You get a free graphics card. You can, and at the same time, once it pays for itself, you have something to show for yourself, and then you also have Bitcoin out of that scenario. So really, I'm leaning towards picking up more cards. I believe profitability for me right now is hovering right around between $7 and $8. Right now, this setup around December would have easily brought in a good like $30 a day, probably around between like $25 to $30 a day, leaning more towards $30 a day. It's a shame, man. So the profits are way down. Mining profitability is way down. And also, what plays a factor here is the fact that I'm not mining these coins directly. I'm selling my hashing power to NiceHash. And NiceHash, as far as what they are paying out, is lower as well. So they went from paying out 0.01 Bitcoin every single day for my setup to right around like 0.88 Bitcoin. So 0.008. That's right. It's a little confusing. I think you guys understand what I'm saying, though. Two notches less. Okay, so, and then you asked the price as far as what all I spent to invest in this setup. Okay, so the Titan XPs were right around 2,000. They were right smack dead at $2,400 for both of the Titan XPs that I have. That was the most expensive out of everything. And if I had to tell you whether they were worth it, I would say that they, out of the cards that I currently have, maybe minus like the 1060s, how much they earn in comparison to how much I feel like they eat up in electricity, they are doing really well. But still, at the end of the day, I'm getting more cryptocurrencies for these Titan XPs, and they are solid for electricity as well, their electricity consumption. So, at the end of the day, my Titan XPs are probably paying for themselves the most quickly out of everything that I currently have. But my entire setup, man, it's hard to sit here and put a price on that because I had this desktop without the graphics cards before I even really got into cryptocurrencies. I had this desktop, and then I picked up this desktop. So it's hard to put a price on that. I don't have like I guess you would call it the conventional mining setup, which is a rig, which you have a frame. I'm basically just your light GPU miner. Though I'm probably the heaviest of all of the person that's lightly mining out there, considering the type of graphics cards that I have. So that's a lot. That's why that was a really good question. When do you think crypto feels like a Ponzi scheme, but I will keep holding just in case? I understand exactly where you're coming from there. Like, there's like the hint of the fact that this all could come tumbling down. I mean, it could. There's one of those scenarios to point out with that, which is if mining dropped down so low to a point where it is no longer profitable. This is it, guys. This is what would be the worst case scenario here, is if mining profitability drops so low that we are not profiting, then people quit mining, they turn off their miners. The Bitcoin that's currently being released, it's all being generated by us miners. So if without the miners, what's going down with Bitcoin? That's what needs to be called into question. So as far as it being a Ponzi scheme, though, I don't really see it as a Ponzi scheme. I see it as a startup, a very, very large worldwide startup business, like with many branches. So I think it's a legitimate business. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's a legitimate way to make money. It's something that's going to be useful in various different areas. It can be applied in a multitude of different areas. It's convenient. It's extremely convenient. The fees involved are not convenient, but someone says, when do you think Bitcoin will be used everywhere to spend? Well, John King, I do know that as far as ATMs that are being built, they're mass producing Bitcoin ATMs. So as far as a worldwide scenario and it being available everywhere, let's just say if you were to go out to BFE, you guys know what BFE is. So if you were to go way out into the boonies, out into the country, and finding a Bitcoin ATM, who's to say when it could be years from now whenever that scenario pops up. But it could be very commonplace that we see a Bitcoin, like these ATM terminals that are all over the place currently, could be replaced with ATMs that allow you to pull out multiple different forms of currencies. You could think about it like that. You could have your cryptocurrencies come out, like purchase right there to your account, and then you could also withdraw from the ATM just cash if you really wanted to. Though I feel like cash is probably the worst. It's the most annoying of all of the currencies, like any currency I've seen. So having cash at hand is very annoying. When you walk into a gas station and you have to stand behind a person, and you're watching them, they're fooling with their money, and then you have to get up there and fool with your money, just trying to get the money out of your wallet, and you want to make sure you hand it to the cashier right, and get your money back and put it in your wallet, back in your wallet very quickly, so you don't hold up the giant line that's behind you. Versus cryptocurrencies, where you just boom, you put your phone down, or Google Pay, where boom, you put your phone down, your transaction is done. Or even the Amazon stores where you walk in, you can just get what you want. Amazon knows what you're doing. Walk out with what you want. You've already paid for it. That is the direction we ultimately should be trying to head as a society. As an Ecash society. As an Ecash society. So, let's see what we have here, though. I said, it feels like I love Bitcoin too. I'm just hurting from the dips. Yeah, the dip. This dip is a rough one. I kind of felt like this was going to... I figured we would at least head back up to around like 10,000 and stay around 10,000. We couldn't stay at 10,000 for just a while. We couldn't just stay there for 6 months or something and then have another dip. That's rough, man. So I have had a lot on my mind as far as cryptocurrencies go. I'm about to roll over. Okay, Missy, don't talk back. Oh, man. I'm about to roll over $14 for cloud mining I earned for the month. I will jump through the screen. Directly through the screen. $14 for cloud mining I earned for the month. So, Edward Rohr, this is a good question that I have for you, and this is where I learned from my audience a few different things here. I purchased right around like $200 worth of cloud mining contracts, and I'm just now getting to this point where they are about to pay for themselves. They have not paid for themselves yet. If I had invested more at that point in time, they would have probably paid for themselves more quickly. But the question I have for you, Edward Rohr, is have your cloud mining contracts paid for themselves? Is that what you're saying here? That you're currently pulling profit out of your cloud mining contracts? Because there's a part of me that would consider investing in a few more, but not until I see my investment come back. If I see my investment come back and I'm able to then withdraw what I'm earning past that point, then that's kind of a giveaway that maybe I should invest a little more. Now, I'll probably never go off on the deep end into cloud mining contracts just because of so much so many shady scenarios that are involved around that, like things that you hear. But I would consider investing a little bit more to get myself to where I'm earning a little bit more quickly out of that scenario. If I can earn a little more quickly and then pocket a little more quickly, if that makes sense. Okay, someone says, what's up? What's up, man? And then Black Fox says, what's up? Break it, make it better. I still need to get back in touch with you, man. I know I do. But I haven't forgot about you, man. When I get my... You said that you added me on Skype, right? I believe you did. Let's see. When I get my payout, ad fund is going to get my new miner up and running. Need new GPU. If I had to tell you what to currently do as far as investing in these graphics cards, we're supposed to hear something about the new NVIDIA line eventually. Like, I believe they said something. This is how it goes to show you guys how much I really do follow this stuff. Fairly recently, there was some news that said that they are not going to be releasing that NVIDIA line really soon. So it could be a while longer before we get another NVIDIA line. And there's been more talks about creating a specific graphics card that's set up for mining. So that's something to think about. You could start off kind of fresh and maybe wait for that new card that could pop out that's geared towards mining cryptocurrencies. So at the end of the day, your best bet probably is to still invest in the top of the line ASIC miners and do it while doing your research and making sure you're not picking up one that's going to plummet as far as how profitable it is. That's probably your most profitable scenario in all of this, because I can tell you right now, I have two of the most profitable graphics cards. I have two of them. And without a multitude of those, the earnings are still, like, it's not horrible. And if the profitability of Bitcoin went back up, mining Bitcoin, I'd probably be sitting in a much better area. I was doing okay a couple of weeks ago, but this is how this stuff is, you know? It just alternates out, you know? Let's see here. We got a couple of comments. Phone Farmer. Black Fox, I've seen you in the stream a few times. Seen you in the stream. So let's see what we have. Yo, Mr. Ecashsociety, do you think phone farming is more profitable than mining? Do I think that phone farming is more profitable than mining? I feel like if you have enough phones, absolutely. I also feel like right now, yes, I really do. Now, but there's so many factors with this scenario. Companies make it a little bit difficult to cash out the cash. So if you can cash out, there's only so many of these apps that you're going to be able to cash out to either PayPal or directly to your bank very easily. So Dwala, with the U apps, you can cash out to Dwala, which will then go directly to your bank account, and then you can purchase cryptocurrencies. So I feel like a person would more easily be able to hop into, it's cheaper. That is the biggest thing that I can say. You can get phones more cheaply than you can get these graphics cards. Think about it. Look at my scenario, $1,200 for a Titan XP, right? That is only at its peak. At its peak, if we were at the prices of December, would be like right around like $10 to $12 a day, somewhere around that. I probably would, at the best, maybe $15 I could see out of one of my Titan XPs, somewhere around that. That's really pushing it. That's if I overclocked, etc. But that $1,200, how many phones could you get for $1,200? And right now, my current setup, what I'm making out of my current setup, I'm making more money out of phone farming than what I'm making out of mining cryptocurrencies. But if, like I said, if it was December's pay rates, if right there in December, I would be making more off of my mining setup than what I would off of my phone farming setup. I have no doubt in my mind. So if I had to tell people what to get into, I would say invest in more phones. You can't really go wrong there, because you can use the profits of your phone farm, which are cheaper, and this is exactly how I did this. You can use those profits from your phone farm to invest in hardware for mining. Think about that. You can cash out to Amazon. You can find very, very affordable motherboards. You can find well, it's getting less affordable, but during that time, you can find affordable motherboards. You can find affordable processors. You can find all of these items really affordably on Amazon. And then you could get your graphics cards. I got 2 of these graphics cards absolutely free. 2 GTX 1060s. Got them free from phone farming. So I feel like it's the smarter way to go about it. You know what to expect with phone farming. But at the same time, if you've got a lot of money, if you have a ton of money, I can see you possibly investing right now. But being very, very careful about how you invest, about how you get these graphics cards, doing your research, and that's something I can't really say. I can't give you guys any 100% financial advice. There could be the scenario where new graphics cards pop up and make these very, very obsolete. So, and then you guys have invested into all these graphics cards because Mr. Ecash is over here like, it's a great idea, get into mining. So, I can't really tell you. I can tell you from my experience. Okay, let's see what we've got. Got you on Skype. If I can figure out Facebook, I'll send you my snapshot. Break it, make it better. Today, I'm going to make it a point after this stream. Once I get situated once again after the stream, I will make it a point to hop over to Skype and have a discussion with you on Skype, because I feel like we have a couple of things that would be very, very beneficial to talk about. So I know you have a lot of really, really good information that you stacked up. I saw your information on AdFund, everything that you had accumulated, and that is all very, very useful information. If you wanted to relay that information in stream, or if you wanted to join a stream, that's something that you're more than welcome to do. So let's see if I can figure out my Facebook. I'll send you my snapshot. Yeah, that would be cool, man. Woman or both. I gotcha. It would be stupid not to make a dedicated card. I totally agree with that. If they were saying that the GPU market is hurting right now, once again, I'm following this information. So it's surprising to me how much I've actually followed this stuff, like with everything else that I'm doing. But what was it? They were saying that the graphics cards, the market right now is kind of hurting right now. Like, people are not buying graphics cards like they were for mining. And that's totally understandable, considering a lot of people are currently doing this, and they're telling everyone, just like I am, well, this is what the profitability is really like. And then you probably have a lot of people that were considering hopping into mining Bitcoin looking at it like, well, why would I hop in to only make $4 a day? Like, so yeah, if I showed you guys my profitability right now, it's rough. It is rough. Let's see what we have here. They would be stupid not to make a dedicated card. We got that, man. I'm killing it today. When you say, Sour, when you say you're killing it today, you're killing it with your phones, or you're killing it as far as mining today? Are you kind of scared, to be honest? Mining will end. Then you wouldn't lose your cloud mining contracts. Well, I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, I'd be very disappointed if cryptocurrencies, like if Bitcoin just totally was shut down, and the mining was to come to its close, and this was it. But at the same time, I'd have to look at it like this: I've already made money out of this scenario. We're at this point where I'm about halfway to paying off everything I just invested in. Legitimately. I'm about halfway to paying off these major graphics cards. That means I got a major graphics card free. I've got money in my pocket from from mining everything that I've done. So I'd be disappointed, but I'm not afraid. I don't think it will end. I just can't see how it could, with so many companies that have already invested into Bitcoin, like Goldman Sachs and Circle. Circle is backed by Goldman Sachs, and Circle has invested in, I believe they bought the exchange Poloniex. I'm not sure if it was Poloniex or one of the other exchanges, but they bought a major cryptocurrency exchange. So I think that there's all these things that are going on behind the scenes. There's so many things that are going on behind the scenes. So how could major companies investing millions and billions of dollars, how could it end? But I don't know. Unlike ASICs, you can mine so many different coins with GPUs. True story. And then if you have those forks, hard for hard 10. If you have a hard fork, hard for hard 10. Okay, so miners are waiting for new graphics cards so they can ruin another generation. Ruin another generation. Nothing's been ruined for me. I'm a gamer. I can say that. Like, I'm currently mining. I'm currently gaming. I have an amazing graphics card here. Like, you know, literally I have a bunch of amazing graphics cards, but so I'm not, nothing's ruined for me. I still game. I support the gamers that are currently mining. That's how I feel. I will say this. They have to pay for these games at ridiculous prices. And maybe their graphics cards, the prices of them are slightly overinflated right now. Everything else is already overinflated. Life is overinflated. If I go in to get a candy bar out of the gas station, if I tried to get a freaking package of Reese's out of the gas station right now, I remember when they were 89 cents. It's $1.89 now. So you talk about inflation. Inflation has been here. It just finally caught up with the graphics cards. Oh, these rock stars. Usually I used to be able to get them $1 a piece. So now it's I can find a deal for 2 for $3 sometimes. Most of the time I'm stuck with 2 of these for $4 though. Let's see what we have here. What happened to In My Zone? Saeed, or I'm not sure how you say your first and last name, but it is dead. Well, we'll say this. I believe he's working on another app. Like, I do know that In My Zone Video Points is currently dead. I need to do is change that title of that video to where it says dead. So it is one of his applications is dead. He's working on another application. One thing that you can consider doing is hopping over to our Facebook group. The developer is in our group. So if you come to Ecashsociety, our Facebook group is always in the description of every single one of my uploads. So you could hop over there. You could figure out some information surrounding his newest application. Will a site like Grind-a-Buck run on any browser device like a $10 Raspberry Zero? I'm going to test that. So if so, it's like having a $10 computer. I'll just get a bunch and run websites. Very, very smart idea on your part. That's something that I actually have considered picking up myself. So also, you guys know that I picked up that Android box that was like $30. If you could find a device at $10, if you can find any device that you can make money with for $10, you're doing very, very good. Very good. So $10 is like that. That's that money-making price point. Big time. The way I look at it is I waste hundreds of dollars a month on stuff and I'm just going to throw away at some point. So I'm willing to take the chance for Bitcoin mining contracts. I totally understand where you're coming from. It's very convenient. There's a convenient aspect to that. There's the fact that it takes up no space. You won't have the heat of your mining rigs or whatever you're mining with pumping out into the area that you are. So there's so many different convenient aspects to picking up those cloud mining contracts. I totally agree with that. So that's why I'm willing to possibly invest more into these cloud mining contracts. I don't know how much I really want to. Think about it like this. The graphics cards prices are inflated. They're inflated right now. So I'm already going to pay a lot for a graphics card. Why not pay for those cloud mining contracts? So surveys are so dang profitable. I've done my fair share of surveys, man. How's it going, Sigma Chicken? Bear is going to evolve into bull here. That's a Pokemon style. That's awesome. That's a great comment. I feel like that's what's going to happen too. It's funny that you say that. Because if you notice, like, I don't know if you were in at the beginning of the stream, we were talking about Tether. It's actually backed by the US dollar. It really is. That's good news. Like, that's positive news here. So when you have this positive news that pops up around these cryptocurrencies, usually that's whenever you see a price bump. So I feel like that is exactly what is probably going to happen. Now, do I think that we're going to start heading towards that 20K? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think we're probably going to see another right around like 9,000, 8,000. This is just me speculating, though, of course. Maybe 8,000, 9,000. And then towards the end of this year, we'll see 11,000. It'll get that hype. That hype will come back. Towards the end of this year, 11,000. And that hype will be what pushes it to 20 to 25. Once we see 20, 22K, that's it. That's where we'll keep going up. So I think this is going to be a tough year. Next year is going to be whenever it'll be a showdown next year. Next year, we're going to know exactly what's going to happen with cryptocurrencies. Like, there's only 2 different directions I feel like it could go from that point. So, let me see. Since I want a game, but also mine. Mr. Ecash, I might hit up a graphics card during income tax. If you already have a computer and you could put a better graphics card in, you might as well invest in one. I mean, think about it like this. You could get into, from there, you could go ahead and pick up a VR headset. So you could do virtual reality with all of these virtual reality games that are currently popping up. Why not go ahead and invest into one? At least one. What could one hurt? You know, that way, if everything was destitute with mining for the next 3 years and we were never able to really make much out of mining, at least you could say, well, at least I can do VR. Like, I can sit here doing VR, so. All right, let's see what we have. Setting back, just listening, learning, and drinking my Rockstar. I say it's crazy that I have somebody else that's a fan of these things. That's in my streams, like. I mean, this is it's a fairly widely accepted drink, but most people are all about Monsters and Red Bulls. It's Monsters and Red Bulls, Monsters and Red Bulls. Monsters taste like syrup. They're very syrupy. I can't stand that. And the Red Bulls are, to me, like, they were good in the beginning, but now they just make me really uncomfortable to drink them. And the taste is bland in comparison to this. Like, this is like, it's just like the perfect energy drink. If I was going to have an energy drink, there was an energy drink that I really liked back in the day. It was called Lost Energy Drink. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but they discontinued that drink. That was my favorite drink. I would trade Lost Energy Drink for this and have those back. Like, that was my drink. This is the closest energy drink to that, though. Just heard that there is only a certain amount of Bitcoin that can be mined, like 21 million, and we're at 17 million right now, so it had me worried starting a new contract. We're 17 million. Are we at 17 million as far as what's currently been mined for Bitcoin? Whenever I did my research a while back, it said that we won't even see the end of Bitcoin within our lifetimes. So it would be within our grandchildren's lifetimes, possibly, that they see the end of mining Bitcoin. So, but maybe I don't have my info. I'm not always correct. I'm not always 100% right. I'm not Mr. Bitcoin Guru. I have all of the answers in the world, but that does have me curious, because if we are getting close to the point where it's all been totally mined, how much Bitcoin has been mined? Let's take a look. Only 20% of total Bitcoins remain to be mined. Bitcoin miners passed a significant milestone over the weekend. You're absolutely right. They mined the 16.8 millionth Bitcoin from the cryptocurrency's planned total 21 million coins. That means that 80% of all Bitcoins that will be in existence have already been mined. So what I understood, though, was that it shouldn't be within our lifetime. Okay, here we go. And you had the other portion of this information, but it says, according to estimates, Bitcoin will reach its final coin figure sometime in 2140. Oh, and somebody put it in the comments too. So 2140. So it's like I had part of the right information there. So I had some comments up here though. I have 7 so far mining contracts. $24.97, $100, $51, $571, $379, $953. Contracts 1, 2, and 4 I invested. It don't take over a year to get my return for that. That's right around what it is for me. It'll be right at towards a year, and that's whenever I will get my return of investment, my ROI for my cloud mining contracts. Man, I'm so happy to see that there's so many people in this stream that are actually, they have their minds set on cryptocurrencies right now. That really does make me happy, because I've had this thought that, you know, a lot of you guys are really here mainly for only the applications and the websites that I talk about. So this really does, it gives me an eye-opener here that me branching out into these videos that surround cryptocurrencies would not be the worst idea in the world. Like, I've done a fair amount, don't get me wrong, but it's like I need to pursue it further here, you know, much further. So, let's see what we have. Start my own GPT site. Sauce Man, I'm getting a bunch of good comments here, man. Wow. Okay, Sauce Man, you say, hey Ecash, I'm looking to start my own GPT site. What would be the best way with the lowest investment? So, this is where I would give you the information for what I would do differently. If I could do things differently, I would have got my hosting at Bluehost. That's one, because it's very, very affordable. And they also have affordable hosting for dedicated servers. You can get your own dedicated server. So I would start with Bluehost. From there, I would get your domain name, build up your website. Your lowest investment means that you're going to have to figure out how to set up postbacks and your offer wall system for either AdSense Media or Do Good Media or any of these other companies that you would try and get that offer wall on your website. So you would have to have an understanding for coding and scripting. If you don't, whereas like I don't have a giant understanding for coding and scripting. I went to Fiverr. I found a guy who knows what he's doing. He has a fantastic price point. He's on Fiverr. You're welcome to get in touch with me. I can put you in touch with him. But if you don't plan to invest, you're going to have to invest in your domain name. You have to purchase your domain name. That's a yearly scenario. You have to pay for your hosting. They have different types of hosting you can get for a year, for 3 years. It's totally up to you. But that's how I went about it. If I had to tell you, look at Fiverr. These guys, they work for really fair prices. My overall investment to set up this website was right around like $700. So that's for my hosting. That's the help that I received with some of the issues. A lot of it I built myself. WordPress is very easy to work with. It's a lot easier than what you would think to work with WordPress. So that was my overall investment. I've already reached that. I'm quadrupling it right now with my website. Like that's long gone where I've already paid off from this GPT site that I've built, Ecashsociety.com. For those of you who haven't been, we're dropping off as far as like your cryptocurrency cash outs. We have Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. Yeah, so we have all of them, like your main cryptocurrencies that you would really want to cash out to. And October, all of the fees for cashing out to Bitcoin are waived. So our website is really one that you're going to want to take a look at here. I usually find phones around $30 to $40 to farm. So I can understand picking up some phones and making sure you're getting decent phones. So there's something to be said about spending $30 to $40 on your phones. But there's also definitely something to be said about finding phones cheaply as well, and finding decent phones. You can find some decent phones cheaply. Multi-wallet offers free withdrawal from MinerGate. Absolutely. That is exactly how I pull my money out of MinerGate. So believe me, I tested my cash outs there. I wanted to know that I could get my money back out of that scenario. So that's why I'm considering investing in more cloud mining contracts. Phones are $10 on Walmart website. There you go. Tether is backed by debt. Drink a Slurpee, Mr. Ecash. Dr. Pepper flavor is the best. There we go. I used to love Slurpees whenever I was a kid. Like, that was the thing to get. That or, like, the little frozen popsicles you could get. You guys know what I'm talking about? They come in a clear plastic package. Do you remember that energy drink? We'd go down to the gas station on our bikes. That's all we would go for. Do you remember that energy drink called Cocaine? It got banned quick. It was like in early 2000s. Fruitopia. It was. I didn't have Fruitopia, but I heard of Cocaine. I heard of that one. It's funny that Coca-Cola can still be called Coca-Cola. There's a few different ones, man. There's like the Mario energy drinks. There's Vamp, which is like a vampire. It's all for all the goth kids. How about Red Devil Energy? The first one I knew of. I used to sell it at lunch. I believe I've heard of that one too. Oh man. Ecash Rockstars are the best 1-2 punch. Bitcoin won't be mined out until 2140. We saw that. Like, I glimpsed that comment. Four Locos. Best energy drink. Knowledge is power. Mr. Ecash, I am mainly here for phone farming, but hey, with the cryptocurrency info, you are the man for the job. Keep up the good work, dude. I really appreciate that, man. I really do. Because this stuff is a lot of work. You know, YouTube is a job. At the end of the day, like, the amount of time that I put into, think about this. Streaming alone. If I do a stream, it's usually right around like 2 hours. So 2 streams a week is 4 hours. How much time did I spend planning out my stream before I stream? Do I think of things that I'm going to talk about in the stream? So there's the time that's involved with that. Usually right around like an hour. I begin prepping everything that I'm doing for these streams. Like, what's our topic of discussion? What do I really need to share with my audience to help out my audience? Is there anything else that I really need to discuss? And then I always think about the future of my channel, what I plan to do in the future. There's something I could maybe discuss in the future. So guys, we're at 4,775 subs or more, somewhere right around that. And we're very close to 5,000 subs. Right at 5,000 subs, that's whenever I'm launching my giveaway. I could go ahead and mention it here in this video. I received my first payment from AdSense. I'm going to tell you guys it was a number between 100 and 130. But I'm not going to sit here and, like, I don't know the rules that's around as far as you talking about how much you're making out of AdSense. So I'm going to give you a roundabout number. I believe that will keep me safe here. And yeah, guys, every single bit of that is actually going into this giveaway. So right at 5,000 subs, we're doing over a $100 giveaway. So, and I wanted to ask you guys, and I'll probably ask once again in the announcement video for the giveaway. I will ask what you guys would like to have as far as the giveaway. There's 3 different scenarios here. Excuse me. We can either do 3 phones, three $30 phones, decent phones. I probably would order them directly off of Amazon and have them shipped out to you guys wherever you're located. Or we can do either PayPal Cash. You can decide what to do with that money. Or we can do Bitcoin. We can send you some Bitcoin. That way you can invest. You could consider investing it, cash it out, give it to your friends, give it to your family, do whatever you would like to do with it. It's all yours. But that is the ideas that I have here for this giveaway scenario. So you guys can let me know right now, and let me know in the comments of the announcement video. But yeah, we're so close to 5,000. We're very close to 5,000. And honestly, I feel like this channel deserves every single bit of 5,000. The content that I put out, the amount of streams that I've done here. Guys, like, I bought my shirt. It's like, all right, I got a thread here. I'm just saying, like, got the Ecashsociety t-shirts going. This is not a joke to me. YouTube, my channel is not a joke to me. Like, I take this very, very, very seriously. Very seriously, so. Yeah, like, we're on the track. we're on the road here, so let's see what we have. I bought my first contract the day after I watched your video. I was looking into it and came across you. That is so awesome, man. So that's how you stumbled across my channel, was the miner gate cloud mining, like you looked up cloud mining contracts and then boom, miner. It's crazy how YouTube works like that. So I can sit here and talk about a variety of different topics in these videos, and you know, it's just people come from all over the place. But at the same time, Edward Rohr, if look at it like this: whenever we get to this point where we've turned our profit here, that's what I want to see happen for you. Because if you came to my video and you're like, I started these cloud mining contracts, and then Bitcoin crashes, and you know, I affected your life, I want to impact your life in the most positive way I can. So, hey, Ecash, Engage Me TV caps at 65 points on Grind a Buck and Prize Rebel, but they advertise unlimited points. Do you know anything about that? Cameron Mallory, I do know this much. If you're using Engage Me TV on Grind a Buck or Prize Rebel, you're at the wrong place for using Engage Me TV. That's number one. If I had to recommend where you should go to use Engage Me TV, because each website is different. One, you can only use it on one website. You can only use 3 different devices here. And you should be at branded surveys. So I just covered this on my channel. It pays out the highest amount for Engage Me TV. So you get a full point whenever you're using Engage Me TV on branded surveys. So Cameron Mallory, get away from Prize Rebel. Get away from Grind a Buck. Either one of those sites, they're okay sites. I'm not going to sit here and bash those sites. They're okay. I believe we've talked about Grind a Buck on this channel quite a bit. But there's better websites that you can go to. And you have to be careful about how you use Engage Me TV. So if I had to tell you what to do, I would say start over fresh, go to branded surveys, run s'mores. Whenever you get to branded surveys, let it go. And if you still have that same issue, there's a variety of different things that you can do. You can turn off your router. That will switch your IP. Leave your router off for around like 10 minutes. That will change your IP. Whew, all this information that's in my brain, guys. All of this information is swirling around in my brain. So restart your router. Let it sit off for a while. And then go back to trying to use the website, but also try a different browser. Use a different browser. If you're not using Chrome, you probably are though, but if you're not using Chrome, use Chrome. Update all of your plugins, or what is it, Flash, make sure that's updated. And yeah, if that doesn't work, check out Opera. See if that'll work for you. Well said, Sigma Chicken Ecash rules. Man, work flies when you're live. That's crazy. Any advice? That would be my best advice for what to do in that scenario. Number one, get away from both of those websites because you're not making as much as you could. And then also to check out different browsers. Of course, restart your router. How could I get in touch with you? Sauceman, you could easily get in touch with me via either Gmail, which is ecashsocietytechtalks@gmail.com if you'd like to get in touch with me. And you can also get in touch with me on my Facebook page, Ecash Society. So, yeah, Facebook page. We have a Facebook group. Tons of ways to get in touch with me. And Mr. Ecash should be like on a podcast, like Joe Rogan podcast or something like that. Guys, I mean, you have to admit, this channel, like, these comments, though, it's only because of, right here, the information that's up here, though. Like, I have good information. We definitely have good streams. I noticed this as well. My streams get a decent amount of attention. For live streams, I mean, I know I'm not like sitting over here with 100,000 subscribers yet. But we really do have amazing live streams. There's a lot of, every time we do a stream, there's always some really, really useful information. Bitcoin gets my vote. Joe Rogan podcast. Sorry, just log in. Do you have any apps do you suggest? Cameron Mallory, as far as the apps that I suggest right now, Ulotto, U Rewards, UTV. People are having a better experience with UTV versus Ulotto, but you need to have a decent amount of phones. If you have very few phones, Perk is where it's at. App trailers, Perk Word Search, Perk TV Live. Have any apps you suggest? I know there's the Beer Money podcast, but I can't think of anything else that's related to what you do with phone farming and cryptocurrencies. That's a true story, man. That's what, but that was like the foundation of Ecashsociety. I wanted to bridge the gap between these two worlds, and it really makes more sense than anything to have. Look, your phone, and I've said this a billion times. I enjoy saying this in streams. Your phones, they accumulate points, and then you cash those points out for cash or gift cards. With mining, you accumulate tokens, right? And then you can cash those out to cash, or it is a form of cash. How similar does that sound? How similar is that? The phones, they consume, howbeit, a small amount of electricity, a very small amount of electricity, but they do consume electricity. There's money involved there for them to run that you're going to have to, that's at your expense. What about mining? It consumes a fair amount of electricity, or a lot depending on your setup, and you have to take that out of what you're making. So just, I mean, you have to think about it just like that. It is making money with technology, so it makes the most sense, you know, to bridge the gap between these two worlds, especially whenever you see all of these applications that will pop up. BitToro is one that we're about to do a video about. So we have BitToro. It has the opportunity to earn cryptocurrencies. There are applications on these phones that allow you to earn cryptocurrencies. So when you think about it like that, bridging these two worlds kind of makes sense because they go hand in hand. Just saying. It's all about making money with tech. Real quick, saw your Walking Dead video. Looks like you had fun. It was a lot of fun out there. It really was. If I had to tell you guys whether to go and visit, definitely go and visit. Oh, Sigma Chicken also as well. As far as the podcast that's currently going on, that's over there on Twitch, the stream that's happening on Twitch with Beer Money, and, you know, I really respect what they're doing. Like, I really am enjoying the fact that this guy's reaching out. So Fishering, he's reaching out to these major players in this business. He's reached out to Earn Honey to talk to some of the developers of Earn Honey. I'd love to be doing that in stream. It's okay if something like that never happened. I'd like to see myself hop over to his Twitch stream, with the fact that we're currently live on Twitch right now. We're live on Twitch, so we're also... That's one thing that can be said about Ecashsociety. We're live all over the place. So, and it's only a matter of time, guys. I think that the attention is just going to keep coming through. We're just going to keep getting subscribers here on this channel. Everybody's going to see that I'm doing things on, like, the largest scale that it possibly could be done. But soon enough, we're going to be doing some gameplay videos. I do know this. I'm picking up Fallout 76. That's one. So you're definitely going to see me live on Twitch during, like, whenever the launch of Fallout 76 happens. That's definitely when you'll see me online. But I may find a game to sit here and play online before that. You know, maybe something to, like, because, like, I used to game so much more than what I do, like, currently. So, like, I still play, but let's see what we have here. You're going to catch hate if my contracts fail. Oh, man. Technically, it'd be like my channel that did it, so. I mean, you're making your money back currently, though, so it's all right, man. My contracts would fail, too, so that would need to be said. I'd be like, well, I'm out money, too, man. Like, Ecash knows what I'm talking about. He's joking, man. Ecash, there's a guy called Bitcoin Jesus. Should be called Ecash Jesus or Phone Farm Jesus for you, Mr. Ecash. That's crazy. It'd be like Phone Farm Jesus. I'm just I put out the information that I know, guys. That's what I do here. So, like, I gave myself this label because I like the sound of it. The Mr. Ecash is sounded right. Whenever I start a video, like, I know you guys know, I was starting my videos, I'd be like, all right, guys, back with another video. No, but it sounds right to me because we're all making money online. So what makes more sense here? You know, like Mr. Ecash. You know, it's like I'm the guy that's talking about ways to make money online. One thing that has me kind of frustrated though is there's a cryptocurrency that's called Ecash. So I don't want people to get that misconstrued. I'm not a spokesperson for Ecash. I got into the world of phone farming by the tech slugs, but then I came across your channel and think you have the best content out there. Thank you for all your work. You're amazing. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very, very much. I think at the end of the day, what it is, you know, the streams. We do these streams. We talk about, whenever I discuss these applications, I try to break down how much you're really going to get out of this scenario. What are you really going to make out of running 5 different app trailers phones? You know, Phonesiah. That would be dope, hoodie, man. Purple and yellow. Twitch, that would be cool, man. Wouldn't that be awesome? If I could do like I actually have Ecash hoodies that are on the Amazon store that I have, but I could try and find a way to integrate the Twitch logo into, I could build another one is what I'm saying. But I believe Amazon merch is set up a specific way. I'd have to create something that kind of has the appearance of Twitch, but I can't take the Twitch logo and put it on my Amazon merch. They'd be like, no, you can't have that logo. It's copyrighted. You can't do that. So, joking about the UPS incident, that was the most. Yeah, well, we're letting that go. That's floating off into the past. Like, I believe everything that needed to be said was said over there, and like it's all severed. Like, I'm not going into that. This is all positive information we're going to keep on these channels. If you know, people have obviously separated themselves here, so it's like, you know, that's okay. They're there. We're here. Maybe the feud will end one day. People will come back together. Maybe Joe from the Tech Slugs will come out of the woodworks. He'll come out and he'll be like, you know what? It's time to sit here and do a stream with Mr. Ecash. If not, then we'll still be here. We'll still be here doing these live streams. We'll still be doing these videos with this great content that everybody really needs to have, really needs to hear. We will still have the most detailed, and I can promise you that because I'm not going to give up working on this channel. We will have the most decent information that centers around Get Paid 2 websites, Get Paid 2 applications, and I will be doing the best of my ability to showcase as much information as I can about the cryptocurrency scene in space to keep you guys up to date. That's what I can offer here with Ecashsociety. So, killing it, man. I'm killing it. Killing the game. That's what they call this. A moment of silence. Yep. Okay, so let's see what we have here. I'm joking about the UP. Oh, we saw that. Though it's copyrighted, it would be dope. I'm surprised that TDS did a routine update like a year late. Well, you should have a routine update as well, Mr. Ecash. I did a routine update. It's Sigma Chicken. It's on my page. I don't know if I haven't really been following the Tech Slugs. I don't know if he have a routine update. I haven't seen it yet if he has, but yeah, we did our routine update. It's if you go to my YouTube channel, it's this first suggested video for newcomers to the channel, so you'll see it right there. It's about 20 minutes of information surrounding my phone farm and the profitability of phone farming right now. With the right information. I know. That's what the contract comment was about. Like his way, but your style instead. After a long day of work, it's always great to come home to an eCash live stream. Guys, I really appreciate you. I really do. Why is UTV so bad in Canada? Man, that's a good question. As far as like the U Lotto apps, they're currently bad for everyone right now, minus U Rewards. I must have missed it. Sorry, I'll look into it, man. Hey, man, I gotta go now. Yeah, definitely you have the right information, but peace out, everyone. Peace out, Sigma Chicken. Take it easy, man. So I think we got the information. The one thing I haven't done is taken a look at this this very positive piece of news here in the stream. 3 ways Bitcoin price could reach 20,000 by December. It's the messaging, stupid. So we have some news here. And this is the only thing, I really don't want to even read this. I'm not going to read this in the stream. You guys can check it out if you want to. I could link it in the description, or, you know, if you guys want to check this out. But this is what needs to be said. And this is basically the basis of the stream is, you know, if there's positive information that's currently surrounding cryptocurrencies, usually that means that we're going to see the price go up. And by God, we need to see the price go up. That's all I'm saying. But I feel like this is a strong point that I could possibly close out this stream. I think I'm going to make this a shorter stream. One, I want to get a video up tomorrow. So that's a definite. I have a video that's coming to the channel tomorrow. And then we also have Phone Farming Friday. So I'm going to be streaming Friday. That's why we're going to cut the stream a little short here. Because we're going to be doing these streams so close together. It's the only thing that really makes sense here. I'll get you guys the stream to get you through the week, which is Wednesday, which is that day where you're just like, good God, I'm ready for this day to end. And then, of course, Fridays, we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about what a lot of you guys are really here for, which is information that surrounds phone farming. I know a lot of you guys are here for that. So, but yeah, we got to cover the best of both worlds here. I feel like that's everything, though. Let me see if I've got any more comments here. Anybody has any questions, and then we will close out this stream. Think that Rockstar is like spinach for your brain, for you to recall all this info for everyone to learn. That's like Popeye strong. Keep up the good work. That's awesome, man. That's how I feel, though. The Rockstars help. I love having these conversations, and yeah, I mean, it's a way to conversate well with you guys. So, heading home, but going to listen on my ride home. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Skype me whenever you want. I'm free. That's right. So, yeah, I will hop on to Skype, and I'll send you a message. I have a couple of things I have to do after the stream, but shortly after that, I'm going to get in touch with you, man. And maybe we can put something interesting together here. I'd like to see that happen, so. But, yeah, I think that's it. This is it, guys. I'm closing out, and thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back with you very soon for another video tomorrow. You guys think about what you want this giveaway to surround as far as, you know, what we should do with this giveaway. And, yeah, we'll figure it out soon. Later, guys.